This is the plaintiff, Dennis Shanks. He says he was played for a sucker by the defendant's sad little eyes and ended up paying for a new phone. The defendant promised she'd pay him back, but hasn't. And when he balked, she accused him of fooling around with her friend in her bed, breaking her phone and buying her a new one. Yuck. Her friend's like 30 years younger than he is. He'd never. And here they are. He's suing for $154.31, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Natalina Lima. She says she left the plaintiff and her friend alone in her bedroom, and when she returned, her phone was broken. She doesn't know how it happened or what they were doing in her room alone. He bought her a new one, and that was that, until now. A year later, that is. She's accused of shaking a guy down.
All parties, please use your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Shanks, you're suing Ms. Lima, friend of a former friend of yours?
Yes.
Former coworker, for $154.31 that you say you fronted for her and she was supposed to pay you back and didn't, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, what happened?
On July 13th, 2016, we were taking a lunch break, and my partner, business associate, said, you know, my girlfriend texted me, she needs some work. We got a lot of work coming up. Why don't we? I do home repair. Home repair.
Home repair. Okay.
Like a handyman type thing.
Okay. And so your business associate was somebody who works for?
A lady who works for me, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
She's been with me 3 years or so. And she said, let's go by her house. We're going to pass her house. Maybe we can hook her up and give her some work. We can have her do some painting with us and help her out. I said, oh, good, I'll help her out, yeah. So we went there. It was very hot out, and my AC wasn't working properly. So I said, why don't I come in and meet her, et cetera. And her apartment layout was they rented rooms, and they had a common area of the kitchen, so there was no like furnishings or a living room where we could talk. So I just sat on the bed, and they were talking. They were old friends. And I said, well, will you be able to work for me? She said, well, I'm waiting for a phone call. I got my phone on charge right now. The company's going to give me full-time work where you can only give me part-time. I would need full-time. He says, okay, let's see what happens. She wasn't sure she was going to get the job. I says, well, let me know what happens. I can probably give you some work, help you out. Okay, so well, I have to run an errand. So if you guys wait here, I'll be back. So she left. And when she came, and I'm diabetic, so I usually take a little nap midday. And so I said, I'm sitting on the bed, I just lay down. And sometime later.
Wait, do you have shoes on?
Yeah.
Did you take your shoes off?
Yeah.
So you took your shoes off in some stranger's bed and
Well,
like
I didn't know what to do. I'm nodding out like
just,
this, you know.
Well, why don't you leave? Why are you still in that room? Why are you
We're
in
just
the room?
waiting for her to return.
To do what?
I don't know what, she went and ran an errand.
No, why do you have to wait? You're a businessman, right? Why do you have to wait?
We were on our break, and I was going to go sleep in the car. She was, there's a bed there, stay there. Like, okay, fine.
Who said that?
My worker said that.
Okay.
My coworker.
Were you doing the nasty with the worker?
Pardon?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the plaintiff goes to the defendant's house. It supposedly interviews the defendant for a job. The defendant says, I have to leave. The plaintiff is there with his business associate, and all of a sudden says, I'm diabetic, I have to take a nap in your bed. Is this a real nap, or is it sex?
I'm going to have to say sex.
Why are you saying sex?
You know, just...
There are reasons you could say that. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, this is bizarre, isn't it?
Very bizarre. I mean, it probably should be a nap. I mean, was there sex involved?
Well, I'm asking you. I mean, he says it's a nap, but what, he's taking a nap and the business associate's there and the defendant leaves the house?
It's a nap. You had low blood sugar, probably.
God, you're boring as hell. Going inside the courtroom.
Were you having sex on the bed with the worker?
No.
Okay.
No, she's been with me 4 years. I have other apartments I work at. We don't need
Well, I was just curious because you said she's lots of fun, lots of laugh, and easy on the eyes.
Well, she's a very pleasant person, easy to work with.
Well, you said easy on the eyes refers to a little...
I was just being honest.
Okay, well, where is she now? Are you still working with her?
I think she's in rehab right now, so.
Okay.
Not sure.
So, why do you think that?
That
You're
she's
just
in
pulling that
rehab?
out of the sky, or?
No,
Okay.
I talked to her mother recently.
All right.
I said, where is
All
she?
right.
She's in rehab, okay.
Okay, so now she comes back. For some odd reason, you're sleeping in her bed.
Well, I'm just napping.
And your stocking feet, or were your socks off? I'm just curious.
No, my stocking feet, I believe. I don't recall that detail.
Yeah. And when you come, where did you go? And why is he in your room?
I went to the store.
Yeah, but why did you leave them in your room? Because it was like a friendly thing?
I've known the mutual friend for a while. So I just figured, all right, you know when you go to someone's house, you have a friend, and you bring a friend, you guys are just hanging out. I said, I have to go to the store.
It's the middle of the day. Why couldn't you go to the store after they left from their lunch break? It's so weird to me.
I don't know, so I don't even remember why.
Were people doing things they shouldn't have been doing in the room?
I hope not.
No, I meant while you were there, like was anybody maybe imbibing in some kind of recreational pharmaceutical or something?
No.
Okay, so go on.
So I told them both, I said, I'm gonna go to the store. I'll be right back. I left my phone on the charger because my phone sucks, it's always dead. So I left. I came back. I went to check my phone because I was waiting for a phone call for a job.
Where it was plugged into the charger, and where physically was your phone?
Exactly next to my bed.
Meaning on the floor or on a...
On the floor.
It was on the floor?
Because the outlet is right there, whatever. And I didn't think it would get touched.
But what happened?
So I don't know what they were doing when I left. I have no idea. I came back home. I went to look at my phone. Stuff was kind of moved around in my room. Like, my bed was kind of moved.
How did her bed move?
There was stuff moved.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you were the only one there
Yeah.
that's in the room. Go ahead.
To wake me, she goes like one of these things to push the furniture.
Who does?
My worker.
Okay.
She was checking out her wardrobe. She has a lot of clothes. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm checking. She has beautiful clothes. Look at all these clothes, or whatever. I said, I'm nodding out. Okay. So she hits the bed like this, and it slides like it had casters on it, or it was a hardwood floor. I don't recall the detail of that. And it moved. So it was whatever. It was lined up between windows.
Is that what broke the phone? But your phone didn't shatter, right?
It didn't shatter.
Okay, so you just know that your phone worked before you left, although you said it was a piece of garbage and was constant. And then it didn't work after you came back. But your phone has been like not keeping a charge for a while. You also said.
No, my
so
phone.
the bottom line is you come back and now you need a new phone.
Right.
And
he had said, look, you know, I'm in your home. I'm with your friend. You let me hang out here. I feel bad. Let's go get you a new phone. We brought my phone to a kiosk to see if maybe they can do some repairs to it. The guy said there's nothing we can do. So we went to the phone store itself, and they said, look, you know, we can get you a new phone. You just have to pay this amount. I didn't have any money at the time. Like I said, I'm out of work. I'm trying to figure things out. He said, look, I'll help you out. We'll get you a new phone. I said, thank you. I was really appreciative of it. Got the new phone, and then he said, look, you know, can you pay me back? And we had verbally spoken about it.
About paying him back.
About paying him back.
That it was a loan.
Right, we had talked about it.
Right.
And then, at the end of the day, you broke my phone. One of you guys broke my phone. My phone was working fine when I left.
Which guy broke your phone?
I'm sorry, what?
First of all, which of the two guys, your friend or him, broke your phone?
I'm not sure.
Correct. 1, 2. Your phone was a piece of garbage before this. That's why you were constantly having to charge it, you said. But okay, let's go with what was good enough for you. You actually signed a little promissory note of some kind. Let me see the note.
It was actually on the back of the clerk who took care of us at Sprint. I didn't have documentation to...
That's all you need is a crayon and a piece of toilet paper.
I understand. I am a contractor, Your Honor, and
Yeah.
I see it all the time.
Well, you could see it if you watch People's Court for the last 17 years, too. All right. I hereby agree to pay Dennis Shanks $50 a month for the phone. Well, you know what would be better? An exact amount of how much. What was this supposed to be? $50 a month until when?
Until the 150 would be paid off.
Right. That should be there, too. But anyway,
okay.
Does that look familiar? Did you sign that?
Yes.
Okay. So why isn't this the best evidence of what the agreement was between the two of you when he forked over the money?
I mean, a year has gone by, and I haven't really heard from him much.
The statute of limitations is substantially more than a year. You just feel like, you got money, I don't. That's not a defense.
I have told him, I said, listen, I will pay you back.
Yes, I know. I saw the text, and now I'm seeing the promissory note.
I said, you know,
so what is your defense? You tell him you're going to pay him back, so he's a patient man, and he gives you a year, and then you say, well, it's been a year. That's like an odd thing to say. Why don't you pay the man back?
I didn't break my phone.
I don't know if he did either. I don't know if your phone broke on its own. Your phone didn't shatter because a bed moved.
It didn't shatter.
Your phone just stopped working.
But my phone
I have no idea if he broke the phone, if your phone died a natural death after a long life, if your girlfriend, his former coworker, broke the phone. I have no idea, and neither do you. That is why you signed this. You needed a new phone. Nobody knew who caused the phone to break, but he had a spare $150 cash to get you that phone call so you could get a job. You were happy to borrow the money, and the issue before the court is, was it a gift? Was it a loan? What was the agreement? This was no gift. This was a loan. You agreed to a loan, and then you decided not to pay back the loan because, hey, I shouldn't have agreed to a loan to begin with. I don't care if you have regrets about agreeing to a loan. My only question is, did you agree to a loan? So to say that, something happened. I don't know what, but something happened. That is most certainly not a defense to a loan, especially in a case where it's not even shattered. So we don't know that anything happened other than that you can't charge your phone because your phone is unchargeable because your phone was dying out. You really think you got to raise your hand? I think we're done. Okay,
may I add something, Your Honor?
$154.31, verdict for the plaintiff plus his court costs.
Well, the plaintiff is finally going to get his $154 back. Ms. Lima, if you'll step over here. You okay with that decision? What, you must be upset a little bit. You don't seem like it.
It is what it is.
It's
$150. You were there. My phone wasn't working. You broke it. She broke it. It was broken.
We heard all the arguments.
Right.
That's the judge's decision. Okay, very good.
Right.
You must sign a few documents. All right, here comes Mr. Shanks. Mr. Shanks, long road to get $150.
Yes,
Was
sir.
it worth it?
The money didn't have the value compared to the honesty of, I was there, it got damaged, I would take that responsibility. But I did it after the fact, so.
All right. Well, look, congratulations. You won the case.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Very good. You must sign a few documents. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, there is a presumption in the law that when somebody gives money to somebody else, that it's a loan. And the only way you can turn that into a gift is if the person who gets the money can somehow prove beyond where you tip the scales, where it's more likely than not that it was actually a gift. The defendant did not do that.